you for tuning in to Worldwide News.
As you know, the Great Depression followed the second most prosperous decade, the Roaring '20s. The Great Depression has 5 long-term causes. Farmers suffer most. Industries such as textiles and steel are now in trouble. Consumers spend less money because they have no jobs. Uneven distribution of wealth. And living on credit was a result of the installment plan. The installment plan was the concept of buying essentially anything with no money down and making payments every month.
Then we have Black Tuesday, which falls on October 29th, 1929. This is when the bottom of the stock market fell out. During this time, the highest tariffs ever were recorded at 60%. Let's go to our live reporter, McKenna, to see how the civilians are coping with these issues.
Hello, I'm McKenna with WW News, here on site with a local civilian. Can you tell me a little bit about FDR?
FDR was a Republican who wanted rugged individualism.
Oh, okay.
And he...
Can you tell me a little bit about his platform, what he supported?
He supported basically not getting involved with our lives, leaving us out to dry by ourselves, which is why I'm here.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. Can you tell us a little bit about your current state of living, what it's like, what you feel like?
I live in a shanty town, or Hooverville. I wear Hoover blankets, and like my husband, when he's looking for work, he pulls out his pocket for a Hoover flag. And it's just cold and miserable, and we all live really close together.
Oh my, that must be terrible. Can you tell me a little bit about buying on margin? What is that like?
Well, I bought stocks, and then I at a discounted price for $10, and then had to pay back $100.
Oh wow. Thank you for coming out. Back to you in the studios.
The Holocaust was an evil time period enforced by the German dictator Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party. Despite how people began to hate Hitler, they had no one to blame but themselves. He was elected into office. The Holocaust was a Jewish genocide. A genocide is the deliberate, systematic destruction of whole or part of an ethnic, racial, or religious group. Let's go to Brittney, who is live in the streets of Munich, Germany.
Hi, I'm Brittney with WW News in Munich, Germany, and here we have Adela with us. Thank you for coming. Tell me about Kristallnacht.
You know, Kristallnacht was the night of broken glass, and many German thugs had broken into Jewish synagogues and businesses and destroyed everything, and it was just such a tragedy.
Wow. How did they affect you?
20,000 Jews were arrested, and we were all fined $1 million Deutschmarks, and it was it was scary. Yeah, I didn't know what to do.
What about the morning after? Tell me a little bit about that.
You know, my husband hadn't come home till really late that night, so in the morning I was just very scared, and in a way I almost felt alone.
Wow.
And I didn't want to go outside at all because I was afraid of what I would see.
In the final solution, I heard that you guys had to work for camps in the ghettos. What about that?
You know, myself, I hadn't gone out to work in any, but my husband was ordered to, and I was afraid that he wasn't going to come home at night, and that would be my last time seeing him, so I was very scared.
Wow. Well, thanks.
This war included the Axis powers, which was Japan, Italy, and Germany, versus the Allied powers, which was the USSR, Great Britain, and eventually the United States would join this side. World War I was supposed to be a war to end all wars, although the Treaty of Versailles was rather for revenge than for peace. The Treaty of Versailles also planted the seeds for this war.
The dictators were Mussolini of Italy, Tojo of Japan, and Hitler of Germany. We initially got involved by cutting off oil supply to Japan, who seemed almost unstoppable with their largest navy. On November 5th, they sent out a peace convoy, when on that same day he told his troops to be ready to attack. We knew they were going to attack, but didn't know when or where. On November 7th, 1941, the United States received a sucker punch at Pearl Harbor, which was our largest naval base. But it was a good thing our bigger ships were out at sea and didn't get destroyed. Let's go to Brittney, who's interviewing Corpsman James F. Anderson.
So tell me about what you saw at the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
I saw planes coming in, passing over Battleship Row, dropping bombs. I remember very clearly what looked like a dive bomber coming in over the Arizona dropping a bomb. I saw that bomb go down through what looked like a stack, and almost instantly it cracked the bottom of the Arizona, blowing the whole bow loose. I rose out of the water and settled. I could see flames, fire, and smoke coming out of the ship, and I saw two men fling through the air and the fire screaming as they went.
Wow. Thanks.
Next on WW News.